Mujin quickly denies this and instead comments on Ryu Jiguang's posture, remarking that he seems like someone who spends a lot of time sitting down. This observation catches Ryu Jiguang off guard, as he wonders how Mujin could know this. Ryu Jiguang admits that he does indeed spend much of his time seated, reading letters, and mentions that it has been a while since he last climbed a mountain, implying that his lifestyle has made him physically sedentary. Mujin, continuing to observe Ryu Jiguang, notes that his posture shows signs of someone who has been sitting for long periods, with a crooked pelvis and slightly hunched back. He concludes that Ryu Jiguang's physical condition reflects the consequences of prolonged office work. Inspired by the idea of helping him, Mujin proposes that Ryu Jiguang receive the same treatment as his mother, suggesting that it might benefit him as well. Ryu Jiguang, intrigued, raises an eyebrow and expresses curiosity about the treatment, agreeing to give it a try to see how effective it is. Mujin, smiling, invites him to follow him, revealing that another person will be receiving treatment alongside his mother, indicating that Mujin has planned this encounter intentionally. Mujin's internal thoughts reveal his strategy. By keeping Ryu Jiguang close and offering to help him, he hopes to gain further insight into the leader of the Heavenly Merchants and, ultimately, learn more about their descent into corruption. Later, at Hyun Guang's residence, Biob Jian greets Mujin, Ryu Jiguang, and Yun Gehe at the door with surprise, questioning what they're doing there and who the visitors are. Mujin explains that his guests have come to offer prayers and are not feeling well. He suggests that they could all receive treatment together, asking his grandfather, Hyun Guang, if the treatments for Ryu Jiguang and Yun Gehe could be done alongside his own. Hyun Guang agrees without hesitation, expressing his willingness to accommodate Mujin's request. Mujin then takes charge of the situation, telling his grandfather and Yun Gehe that he will handle their treatments while asking Master Biob Jian to assist Ryu Jiguang. Biob Jian agrees, and Mujin turns his attention to Ryu Jiguang, explaining his treatment method. He clarifies that while he called it an acupressure technique for Yun Gehe, the treatment is actually a muscle lengthening technique. He uses special tools that provide targeted stimulation by rolling across the body. Mujin then shifts to Hyun Guang and explains that today's treatment will focus on tendon reformation. He demonstrates how to use the tools, instructing his grandfather to place one foot on a specific spot, lock the other in position, and push backward while holding a handle. Hyun Guang, though unfamiliar with the tool, follows the instructions carefully and immediately begins to feel the stimulation, confirming the technique's effectiveness. Next, Mujin moves on to Yun Gehe, telling her he will assist her with a spine corrector, a tool designed to align the spine and strengthen the core muscles. Yun Gehe responds with a smile, expressing her trust in Mujin and indicating that she is counting on him. Mujin instructs Yun Gehe on how to position herself for treatment, asking her to sit slowly on a block and then lie down, ensuring her buttocks are placed where the block is hollow. Yun Gehe follows his instructions and comments that it seems quite simple. Mujin encourages her to relax as much as possible, but Yun Gehe sighs, explaining that even lying down is uncomfortable due to her body aches. Hyun Guang, observing the treatment, chimes in and asks if Yun Gehe is managing all right, noting that the process seems more challenging than it appears. Yun Gehe reassures him, smiling confidently, saying she's fine because she trusts Mujin and believes he would never harm her. Hyun Guang, agreeing, adds that he has been receiving treatments from Mujin for a while and has seen positive results. Curious, Yun Gehe remarks on how healthy Hyun Guang looks and wonders if he really needs treatments. Hyun Guang laughs and explains that he wasn't always in such good condition, admitting that his health has significantly improved over time, as he was once in terrible shape. Yun Gehe chuckles and acknowledges that this improvement proves Mujin's skill, calling his hands miraculous. As Mujin watches the light-hearted exchange between Hyun Guang and Yun Gehe, he internally reflects on the scene, humorously thinking to himself that it feels more like an elderly rehabilitation center than the Shaolin Temple. Later, Biob Jian asks Ryu Jiguang about his experience with the muscle lengthening technique, and Ryu Jiguang responds positively, saying he feels much better now. Though he privately reflects that the treatment was initially painful, the discomfort eventually eased, leaving him feeling refreshed. He thanks Biob Jian for the excellent treatment. Biob Jian humbly dismisses the praise, explaining that this was his first time performing the technique, which he learned from Mujin. He admits he was worried about making a mistake, but is glad it helped. Ryu Jiguang is momentarily taken aback, realizing that Mujin had taught Biob Jian the technique. He then recalls the name Hyun Guang, which had come up earlier, and his thoughts trail off, trying to connect the dots. Meanwhile, Hyun Guang turns to Mujin with a smile and notices his fidgeting, guessing that Mujin has something new he wants to try. Mujin confirms.